Hey guys, Hobo Yeti here. This next video is about showcasing some homeless survival skills, but I took some liberty in poking fun at bushcrafters. So without further ado, here goes. So it's kind of funny. A lot of folks out there prepping for the end seem to imagine they'll be dropped straight into season 3 of some post-apocalyptic forest fantasy. Like the moment things go sideways, they'll wake up alone in the Canadian wilderness with nothing but a ferro rod and a deep yearning to carve spoons. But statistically speaking, not going to happen. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, over 80% of Americans live in urban or suburban areas. And if you're away from home during a sudden SHTF situation, there's a less than 10% chance you're going to be deep in the wild. More likely, you're going to be stuck between a closed gas station, a looted Dollar General, and a town full of equally desperate people. And that changes the game entirely. Because if you're anywhere near civilization, why, and I mean seriously, why would you waste hours crafting a stick knife like a camp counselor when you could pry a perfectly good blade from an abandoned toolbox or break off a hunk of metal from a car door? You don't get bonus points for primitive suffering when survival's on the line. The guy with the scavenged crowbar isn't going to be impressed by your handmade kuksa cup. He's going to be eating his beans while you're still trying to boil water in a bark bowl. So let's let's talk about the skills that actually keep you alive. Ah, yes, bushcraft. That glorious pine-scented fantasy where every stick becomes a tool, every leaf a meal, and every trip to the woods is a cozy little apocalypse practice run. But here's the thing, bushcraft, it ain't survival. Today we're diving into 19 real survival skills every bushcrafter tends to overlook. And fair warning, these aren't the sexy ones. These are the skills that actually keep you alive. Let's begin. 1. Endurance over skill. You can carve spoons all day, my friend, but if you can't walk 20 miles with a blister and no food, you're going to be a very crafty corpse. Survival isn't about flair. It's about sheer, dumb, stubborn endurance. Being cold and wet and hungry and still moving, most folks quit long before they run out of options. Endurance beats gear. It beats technique every time. 2. Sleeping anywhere. Tents, tarps, wonderful. But can you sleep on concrete behind a dumpster or under a bridge with trucks screaming overhead? Because real survival isn't always picturesque. You have to sleep when you can, where you can, and if you need a perfect sleep setup, well, that's camping, not survival. 3. Dumpster diving as a skill. Ah, yes, the forbidden skill. See, bushcrafters love foraging, but you know what's easier than finding edible mushrooms? Pizza, still warm, in a box, next to the trash can behind a gas station. Scavenging takes less energy and gives more calories than foraging or hunting ever will, and it requires 0 bow drill sets. 4. Mental endurance. It's not just about pushing your body, it's about being cold, wet, hungry, alone, and still staying sharp, still thinking clearly, still not making stupid decisions. Mental fatigue kills faster than bad gear. You gotta be your own therapist out there. 5. Weather tolerance. Bushcrafters love a good sunny day in the forest, but real survival? It's rain for 3 days straight. It's snow melting into your boots. It's wind that cuts through your 5 layers of smug. The outdoors doesn't care how waterproof your jacket was supposed to be. 6. Not looking homeless. Now this one's tricky, because sometimes you are. But blending in, looking normal, cleanish, this keeps cops away. It keeps civilians from calling you in. It lets you move through cities and towns without raising alarms. It's urban camouflage, and it's vital. 7. Making friends with discomfort. No, not embracing discomfort like it's some Instagram mantra. I mean becoming friends with it, the kind of friend you don't even notice anymore. You're sore, cold, hungry, cool, keep walking, keep thinking. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's just Tuesday. 8. Trash crafting. Oh, you carved a wooden cup? That's adorable. Meanwhile, I found a coffee mug in a ditch. Bushcraft worships nature. Survival worships whatever works. Broken umbrella makes a tarp. Old soda bottle, that's a water canteen. Civilization throws away everything you need. 9. The art of not smelling. Listen, if you smell like you've been dead for 3 days, people notice, they avoid you. Cops pay attention. Predators, both two-legged and four, smell weakness, baby wipes, public restrooms, sink showers, strategic stink management. This isn't luxury, it's tactical hygiene. 10. Carrying less than you want. You love your gear, we all do. But survival means cutting it down, way down, one knife, one pot, one change of socks, everything else dead weight. Every ounce slows you down and speed saves lives. Minimalism is mobility. 11th, improvised first aid. Spoiler alert, you're going to get hurt. Knife slips, falls, infections. Can you treat a wound with duct tape and hand sanitizer? Can you make a splint from trash? Because your med kit will run out. And your first aid class didn't cover real bush trauma. 12. Recognizing when to bug in. You're dreaming about bugging out. But what if the safest place is home? Or a basement? Or a boarded up laundromat? Sometimes leaving is suicide. Staying put is survival. Bushcraft is always go, go, go. But survival, sometimes you just stay. 13. Food is heavy. You can trap squirrels. Sure. But calories in versus calories out, it's brutal math. Know what works? Peanut butter, ramen, tortillas. Forget fantasy. Think fat, salt, and carbs. The real food pyramid. 14th, scavenging beats carving. You spent an hour carving a spoon? Cool. I found a fork in the trash. Scavenging is faster, smarter, and burns less energy. We don't romanticize ruin, we thrive in it. 15. Fire isn't always the answer. Fire is warmth. It's comfort. But also it's smoke. It's visibility. It's, hey, look, I'm over here. Sometimes survival means shivering in the dark, wrapped in a tarp, smelling like feet, but alive. 16. Knowing how to be bored. Bushcraft is activity. Survival is waiting for hours, days. You've got to be okay with stillness, with silence. If boredom breaks you, the woods will too. 17th. Backpack discipline. The overpacked bushcrafter. 2 axes, 5 knives. A kettle, for God's sake. But real survivors, they carry less than your average hiker because the lighter you are, the farther you go. Speed beats prep every time. 18. Sleeping dirty. You won't be clean. Get over it. You'll smell. You'll itch. You'll sleep in your clothes, your sweat, your shame. And that's fine. You don't need hygiene. You need function. 19. Knowing when it's time to go home. This is the hardest one. Quitting. Knowing you've hit your limit. Your feet are wrecked. You're hallucinating over a puddle. Time to stop. Survival isn't pride. It's wisdom. Come back when you're ready, not when you're broken. So there you go. 19 survival skills for the bushcrafter who thinks they're ready. It's not about carving the best spoon. It's about not dying. These are the things they don't teach in the forums. They're too messy, too real, but that's survival. If this hit home, if you've learned the hard way, drop a comment. And if you're out there practicing your one-stick fire method in the rain, good luck, Maestro. I hope your road's a good one. And if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Take care.